Welcome to this snowy edition of Health, Wellness, and Lifestyle TV. Happy New Year. I'm your host, Tamila McNabb. On this episode, we have our editors bringing you the best of last year with Chef Alligga Flaxseed on how to eat well throughout the year. I hope you enjoy the show. So we are in the beautiful Palm Market. It is autumn, which brings a whole new set of ingredients. Welcome to the show, Chef Alligga Flaxseed.
Thank you very much.
What are you making today?
We're going to do a gluten-free maple pumpkin pancake.
Perfect, let's do that.
Let's get started.
Okay.
You want to take the flour there.
Yes.
It is a mix of buckwheat flour, ground flax seeds. We've got spices, leaveners, and salt.
What spices are you using?
Typical pumpkin spices.
Smells like pumpkin pie.
Right, we've got ginger, cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg.
It's beautiful. And this is?
Pureed pumpkin with maple.
I'm really surprised you let me actually cook today.
Just be gentle.
Okay, I will. She never lets me do anything. I was saying how bored I get. Okay, what else?
We've got almond milk.
Yes.
Add some of it, but not all of it. And we'll get a pancake consistency there. And at this point, it is a gluten-free vegan pancake right now.
Yes.
If you're not vegan, by all means, use a different liquid, like a different dairy product.
So you could use milk, you could use coconut milk?
That's right. Coconut milk would keep it vegan. Milk or buttermilk would make it non.
Change it, okay.
That's right, yeah.
So I'm looking at this, it's a bit thick still, so I'm
Yes,
gonna...
you can add a little bit more, and then once you're finished there, I'm just gonna adjust the pan for heat.
Sure.
And then once we're ready, we'll get some cooking.
Oh, look at me, I'm already making a mess. I'm already, you're not gonna let me ever do this again. Try that darn rag. I'll let you finish stirring. Oh, dear Lord, help me. I get nervous cooking around chefs.
Oh, here we go, that's good, we're good.
Actually, I don't want to cook too good because then I'll have to start cooking for you instead of you cooking
and
for
I'm
me.
surprised nobody wants to cook for a chef, and it's really sad because we love eating and we love food.
Oh, but you guys do it so well. Perfect.
Perfect, so we'll get a bit of the flax oil into the pan.
Now, you are using how much? Just
a couple tablespoons in there, just enough so that when the pancakes hit the pan, there's oil there to help fry them up.
Okay. And you, one time when you made the buckwheat pancakes, you used quite a bit of oil and it absorbed it and there was not that greasy sort of a taste either.
It did absorb it, yes. And it's, pancakes are definitely gonna absorb oil.
Yeah.
Buckwheat pancakes, the buckwheat flour is a little, see, I made a mess too. It's a little bit different. It holds its structure really well. And so, like you said, if you want thinner pancakes, you do need to kind of spread them out a little bit.
So keep the temperature lower to make sure it cooks all the way through.
That's right, and so that we're not burning the pancakes as well. Natural sugars in the pumpkin. We've got a little bit of that maple in there as well, prone to burning.
We had talked about too, when you're using buckwheat, and because it is thicker and this is a thicker pancake, you're not going to see the bubbles that you would usually see in a regular pancake.
That's right.
So
it's
don't
not
look for
thin,
that.
so don't look for the bubbles. You're going to look for firmness of the pancake.
Yeah.
So if it's not cooked yet and you go to flip it, it's going to flop.
Sure.
And then you're going to look for color on the other side as well.
Perfect. I recently made a banana bread at home and I did it with coconut flour. And I couldn't, I mean, I love coconut flour, but I couldn't get over that grit.
And not only that, but did you notice the coconut flour absorbs like a sponge?
Oh, yeah. So it said to use a half a cup of coconut flour in my recipe as opposed to 2 cups, which I would usually use of regular flour.
That's right.
And it was more than enough.
Now, remember how you talked about the buckwheat just sucking up the oil? So our pan here is looking pretty dry. Don't worry, just add a little bit more.
Okay.
You know, don't go too heavy, but you want enough to help. The way you get crispy edges, the way you get color is with oil in the pan. We
talked as well about flaxseed oil and how some people are adverse to using it because they say they don't like the fishy undertones of it, and that all comes down to how you store and take care of it.
Absolutely. It is. It's not your typical cooking oil. You do need to keep it in the fridge. Some people go to the extreme of keeping it in the freezer.
Yeah.
I keep the seeds in the freezer though.
The minute you crack a flaxseed, whether it's a ground flax in your recipe or if it's in the oil, it oxidizes immediately. So that fishy, you shouldn't have, it should be a very clean, somewhat nutty smell.
Exactly, yeah. That's right.
How are the pancakes doing?
Pancakes are doing well. We are maybe about 30 seconds to a minute away.
Perfect. Now tell me about what you're going to be putting on top.
Oh, yes. Okay. So
the best part.
So this is meant for brunch, right?
Yes.
I mean, we've got beautiful, healthy pancakes going on in the pan here. But because it is brunch, we want to make it a bit more decadent. We are going to serve it with a bacon crumble.
Yum.
But don't worry, there's flax seeds in the bacon crumble, little brown sugar and pumpkin
Alana
seeds as well.
Tricky. She's like, it's got some bacon, but I've done
But it's
pumpkin.
still good.
It is good for you still.
We've got a cranberry cream, and the cranberry compote was made with a bit of the flax oil,
yes,
an unsweetened orange juice, and a bit of brown sugar.
And so you're just boiling those until the cranberries pop, and
That's
it
right.
reduces down until it's like a jam.
Almost like a jam consistency. It does take about a half an hour, not too long.
And you know, people don't realize too that when you're making your cranberry sauce or your cranberry compote, that it's the cooling down process that actually makes it thicker.
It's the pectin that comes out of the cranberries.
So you have to give it that chance.
That's right.
Good. Plate
So
that
here we
up,
go.
Alana Peckham. So for more information on any of Alligga's recipes and certainly to talk with Alana, you can go on their website and ours as well. I'm so excited to eat this actually. It smells just like pumpkin pie.
So a little bit of the cream.
Yes.
We'll give you a good healthy bit of this bacon, and then
Can I do
some
this?
maple syrup.
Perfect. Thank you, Chef Alana. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we are back with Chef Alana Peckham doing some more wonderful seasonal
Canapes.
canapes. Love it.
Yes, okay. So what we have is a grilled cheese sandwich. Everybody knows a grilled cheese sandwich, but when you cut it up small, like a little finger sandwich or a tea sandwich,
It becomes a canape.
suddenly looks really fancy and becomes a canape.
And that goes to show you how simple cooking and entertaining actually can be.
Exactly, and we are going to serve it with a fancy little tomato jam that's going to have our Alligga flax oil in it. And what we're going to do is we are going to start by sauteing onions with some whole spices and a bit of salt. We've got chili flakes, fennel, coriander seeds, and cumin.
Do I go to the store and buy them individually or buy it as a whole spice?
You do buy them individually.
Okay.
That's right.
Good.
And then once you get that sauteing in there.
Can you actually see inside
and
that
sweating
pot?
up, I'm, just barely, but I can kind of. Apparently you're not sick enough
I made
to
this
crack
check
jokes.
for you. I know. Did you hear that? I'm sick, but not sick enough to crack jokes. That's exactly right.
And so what you would do at home is you would saute that down until it softens, colors just a bit. Then you would add flax seeds and brown sugar.
Okay.
Cook that in. Whoops.
I'll grab this for you here.
Thank you. Add in a red wine vinegar and Worcestershire sauce.
Okay.
Worcestershire sauce, W sauce.
Worcestershire sauce is what I call it at home.
You would reduce this vinegar sugar syrup down
Okay.
Until it thickens up, and then you would add diced tomatoes.
Perfect.
By adding the diced tomatoes, this is when it gets crucial in terms of cooking. Once it comes to a boil, you need to stir. You need to stir, stir, stir.
And literally, the hardest part is making sure that you keep an eye on it for the next hour.
That's right, so it doesn't burn and stick.
And I end up with...
And then you end up with this really nice, jammy, savory tomato jam, which we take a little bit of, and you just spoon it.
When you reduce vinegars, you create that sort of balsamic scenario.
Sweetness, that's right, yeah. And then it's got the natural sugars from the tomato, the brown sugar in there. It thickens up with the flax seeds as well. It becomes a healthier canape.
Awesome.
There we go.
This recipe or more, our website or Chef Alana's, thank you so much for being on the show.
You're welcome.
I'm dying to try this. Thanks, Alana.
You're welcome.
So as part of our outdoor eating, I have my favorite chef, Chef Alana, and you've been given a ton of produce to cook with, so what are you gonna make today?
We're gonna do a local lamb chop with wasps.
Lamb chop with wasps. The wasps here are insane, but I'm trying to be calm, even though they're everywhere. So you're putting in...
A little bit of the Alligga flax oil.
Okay.
Just a coat, a bit of salt and pepper.
Now you like to have your proteins very simple.
Very simple. I like to be able to taste the protein.
Yeah.
So,
I think we overdo it with all the different herbs and spices.
well, marinades are nice, but I tend to like, especially barbecuing.
I'm gonna do this part. Can I do that? And you
Yes.
continue on with this?
There
So
you go.
what are you putting next with that?
So we're gonna serve that with a white kidney bean salad. It's gonna go with an apple cider rosemary vinaigrette.
Yes.
And so I am gonna start the vinaigrette here with a bit of rosemary that I've chopped up. Just nice fresh rosemary.
This smells, you know, it's funny, I can already smell just that smoky smell on the grill is amazing.
We're gonna add some apple cider to this.
Woo! Supposed to do that?
supposed
Did
to do
I do
that.
it right?
You're doing it right.
How come it smokes when I do it?
There you go, it's hot. There we go. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. That's gonna cook pretty quickly, especially with the grill down.
What did you say? What? I'm gonna leave the grill up here.
And then we're gonna add grainy Dijon, salt, pepper, cider.
Could you use regular Dijon if you wanted?
You could use regular Dijon. I like the grainy, it does have a bit more acidity to it.
Okay.
And that's where we're gonna use a lemon as well.
Now you have the cider, it's alcohol cider.
Alcohol cider.
From the Fraser Valley Cider.
From the Fraser Valley Cider
Which
Company.
I think is just so awesome that we're getting local everything in this particular
everything. The produce, the herbs, everything.
It doesn't get any more Canadian than that.
Or BC.
Right? Right in our own backyard.
Perfect. So once the lemon juice goes in, I am going to whisk everything together with a bit of the, garlic. Sorry.
Yes.
We have garlic. Not a good salad without it.
Now, Alana, you've been cooking with Alligga for a long time. Can you give us some of the reasons why you like this product so much?
Great product to use, especially for summer barbecuing. High smoke point.
I get nervous though using oil on a grill with the smoking and the burning.
You don't want to burn the oil because then you're ruining its nutrition before consuming it. So that's why I like the Alligga flax oil. It does have a high smoke point to it. It's got a natural nutty flavor that doesn't overpower the flavor of the dish that you're making.
Right.
And it's nice and healthy for you. I mean,
Look at that.
I'm trying to stay calm.
She's so calm. Me, if a wasp comes near me, I punched myself in the face earlier today trying to get the wasp out of my hair. It's quite awesome. Like that one.
Sorry, back to the omega-3s in the oil. Healthy for us, reduction of inflammation, great healthy skin and hair.
I think people are really looking at ways of incorporating ingredients that are medicinal on levels, but taste great, right?
Tastes great, and that's where something like a cooking oil that's healthy for you. You're using cooking oils anyway.
Sure.
All right, perfect. So we've got the vinaigrette made. What we're gonna add to that, white kidney beans.
Beautiful. Those are cooked?
Cooked, yes.
Are they canned?
I bought canned ones this time.
Okay.
Yeah, it does cut down on cooking time.
Okay.
But if you have dried, soak them overnight and just simmer them.
I would just get canned. That would just be me. As long as they're still good for you.
Still good for you.
Okay.
Celery, red onion,
chopped red onion.
chopped. Beautiful little gem tomatoes.
Those are gorgeous. And you know what? You have all kinds of tomatoes that were given to you by a local farmer down the road. Like, show us the zebra one.
Oh, the green zebra, my favorite one.
I mean, it's absolutely stunning.
Look how pretty that is.
And the purple one, it's almost black. It's so dark. The other one down there.
The little one.
Yeah.
Down here. Yeah, that one is.
It's totally gorgeous.
That almost looks like a purple tomatillo, but without the husk.
It's gorgeous. Good. So you're going to stir that up. I'm going to grab a plate for you.
That's right. We're going to add grilled zucchini as the last thing.
I didn't grab you a plate as usual. I'm just going to put this here to plate this.
Perfect.
I'm going to grab your, sorry, hon.
That's okay.
Your protein.
We're mixing the salad together. It's ready to serve. I do have the tongs. I don't, so I'll grab that off.
What do you mean? You can't do it that way. I can't do it that way. What are you talking about? So you're going to plate those puppies. I think you need chef fingers made of Teflon.
We're going to add a bit of this lovely pesto that I made, which is a lemon herb pesto with flax seeds in our flax oil.
Okay. That's called a schmear, right?
That's called a schmear, technical term.
I'm so chefy. And then your beans.
A bit of salad.
What a beautiful outdoor meal.
There you go.
And also good for you.
Barbecue.
Let me get that for you.
Thank you very much.
She's not used to wearing a dress on TV. You're used to wearing your big
so
old chef jacket,
today.
I know. If you want more information on Alligga and all of Alana's amazing recipes, go online to their recipe or ours. Thanks, Alana.
You're welcome.
Welcome back to the show. I'm with our favorite resident chef, Chef Alana Peckham, and we're doing it cowboy style.
Cowboy cooking.
Right? We're outdoors, and what Alana's doing today is fantastic outdoor cooking, whether it's on the range, where we really are, or if you're camping, and you've got what going on today, Alana?
We're gonna do a buckwheat banana nut pancake and a PB&J smoothie.
Oh, they both sound so good. Now, the buckwheat pancake, go ahead and start.
Yes.
Why have you chosen to make this pancake, and why is it healthy?
Well, it's actually a vegan pancake,
okay,
and buckwheat naturally gluten-free. I've chosen to do this one more so because of the fact that if you're going to take something camping, perishable items are often an issue.
Yep.
And so with this, it's got no eggs and no dairy, so you don't really have to worry about that part of it.
So it's a vegan and gluten-free pancake.
Sounds magical, doesn't it? So we're gonna go with a cup of almond milk. So I've just smashed the banana up with a fork. I like to keep little
nice
chunks.
Ripe one, right?
Yes. So what we're gonna add to this is we are gonna add a cup of almond milk.
Good. And you chose almond milk. Why?
High protein, and again, keeping this pancake vegan. But if you're not vegan, by all means, use some buttermilk. Buttermilk would be delicious.
And if you have a tree nut allergy, then buttermilk or coconut milk would work as well.
Coconut milk would be delicious, yeah. And then you could also add some toasted coconut into this.
Cook it in with some coconut oil inside the recipe as well.
Just toasted coconut flakes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what we're gonna do is just gonna mix that around.
Good.
I'm gonna reach across you for a pinch of salt.
Perfect.
We're gonna add to this now our chopped walnuts.
How much walnuts are in there?
A half a cup.
Now, why walnuts?
Walnuts, texture, crunch, omega-3s, but more so they complement banana.
Bananas and walnuts. Like if you do a banana bread, you don't do banana bread with peanuts, you do banana bread with
walnuts.
So
that's
it's
right.
the same idea. Perfect.
Yeah, same idea. So now we're gonna add our flour, and our leaveners are in there.
Okay.
It's baking soda and baking powder.
Now you've done this recipe with the Alligga Flaxseed oil, and you're using the actual ground flax seeds to replace
The egg.
egg.
That's right.
Typically in a baking recipe or cooking recipe, if you want to replace an egg, use
A tablespoon of ground flax seeds.
Yes.
You add 3 tablespoons of water to that. What you're gonna get is the equivalent of 1 egg.
And eggs typically are used in baking and cooking for binding, so
Exactly.
you get the binding from it. Well, it smells absolutely amazing.
And then here we go. We're just gonna fold it together, and that's our batter. It's a bit thicker of a pancake batter, as you can see.
Do you have Alligga flaxseed oil in here as well?
Not in here. We are gonna pan fry with
Okay.
the oil itself. And so
one
hot
of the things
pan.
we had talked about before in using a flaxseed oil is that a lot of people get turned off of it because you open the bottle, you put it in your recipe, the next day you get that real fishy smell to it, and so you get turned off of
You
flaxseed
do.
oil.
It becomes rancid
It
because
oxidizes.
that's exactly what it
instantly.
does.
So
Yeah.
you've got to keep it inside the fridge.
Keep it in the fridge. It'll maintain freshness. I know our product for sure is 10 to 12 months in the fridge.
In the fridge.
That's
And
right.
you're making these pancakes in a ton of oil, which is not what I see when you make pancakes, but that's how she's getting that amazing crispness to the recipe.
It is.
But they're very solid pancakes, so you're really
very solid.
spreading
I
out.
am. Unlike the thinner pancake batters that
Yeah.
you're going to get, which kind of pool and spread, this is thicker. So if you want a thick pancake, leave
Yeah.
it like that, but cook it on a lower heat so it
This
cooks
is not
through.
a flapjack, this is a pancake.
That's right.
You can smell the banana, it smells amazing.
And then you're going to look for that golden color that's crisping on the side of the pancakes before you go and flip them over.
Yeah, and I mean, again, if you're looking at, I think there's a bit of a crazy science to making pancakes, and I know even for me, you've got to make sure that the outside is dry, that you're seeing bubbles coming through. In this case, there will be no bubbles coming through the pancake. It's
No
that
bubbles.
solid of a
It's that
pancake.
thick and dense of a
Yeah.
batter that you're not going to get those bubbles erupting, but you are going to get that nice golden brown.
The beautiful golden brown.
And that's what's going to indicate that it's time to flip your cakes.
So you're looking at maybe a minute on each side?
Give or take. Yeah, depending on how
maybe.
big you make them. I mean, if you wanted to make a nice big pancake here, nice and thick, turn your heat down low, like I said, because they do color.
Smaller the better for these ones, maybe.
I think so. They're going
Right?
to cook more evenly, and they're
Yeah.
going to cook faster, and you're going to get that crispness without having it burn. There we go. And I will take the almond milk again, please.
Almond milk.
We're going to go with about 1.5 cups of this.
Okay. I think the almond milk, if you're not allergic, really complements the peanut butter as well.
It really does, because almond does have a flavor. It tastes nutty, but it doesn't taste like that almond extract flavor that
No,
you're used to.
which is that sweet
Exactly.
cherry flavor.
And so with the nuttiness and then the strong nuttiness of the peanut butter, it doesn't overpower, it doesn't clash.
Right.
We're gonna go with the 3/4 cup of mixed berries.
You have cherries and blueberries and strawberries. If you're on a low glycemic diet or you're on a low carb diet, you want to cut sugars out of your diet, berries are so high in fiber. The very #1 choice when it comes to a low glycemic, low carb, sugar-free diet.
And great for antioxidants.
So high in antioxidants. And for inflammation as well, you talk about the flaxseed oil being
And how it
inflammation.
alleviates that, that's right.
It definitely
All those
works well with it.
omega-3s. So
Beautiful.
a tablespoon of that healthy, great omega-3 oil in there.
Perfect.
We're gonna go with about 1/4 cup of peanut butter.
Chunky, smooth, what do you prefer?
I don't have a preference when it comes to a smoothie because the blender kind of breaks it up anyways.
Sure.
If you don't mind passing me the ice.
Yes.
We're gonna put some ice into this for sure. Now if you're gonna use frozen berries, don't worry about the ice unless you like your smoothie thicker, then keep the ice in it. by keeping the ice out of it, you will get a stronger flavor and possibly a bit more sweetness as well.
You're working with fresh berries, so I'm sure you'll be supplementing it with the ice.
With the ice, that's right.
Beautiful.
So let's do that. And then we're just going to quickly power this on.
And away we go.
And let's see, which way do we go? Okay, here we go.
That's beautiful.
Look at that nice color there. Give that a try.
Thank you. Amazing. So put some syrup on this puppy. This recipe or the smoothie on our website and Alligga's as well.
That's right.
Thank you for my cowboy breakfast.
Oh, you're welcome.
Today I'm with Chef Alligga. Okay, you're getting not paid for that shot, so you know. Have we shot anything yet? No, this is the first one.
Oh, hold on. I noticed this earlier.
That's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you want more, blah, blah, blah. That's a wrap for this episode of Health, Wellness, and Lifestyle TV. If you want, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, they love this meat so much. Stop. Welcome to Health, Wellness, Lifestyle TV. I'm your host, Tammy McNabb. On this episode, we're doing an agriculture tour and wineries and ciders, and that's just horrible. Welcome to Health, Wellness, Lifestyle TV. I'm your host, Tammy McNabb. If you fall off the wagon, we're going to show you how to get back on. If you want information on any of the recipes, go online. And certainly if you want to get a life, then blah, 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 blah. So we also are going to do an amazing pork saute. Join us. If you want more information on Alana's recipe today, go to our website or hers. You're tweeting these days at Alana Peckham.
At Alana Peckham.
And definitely there's lots of recipes on her website. So thanks as always, Alana.
You're welcome.
Bon appetit. I'm going to have lunch now.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alana. She shot the eye. I was like,
are you okay?
Yeah, no. I was like, I did one of these. I went, oh, she got me there. I was like,
I'm so sorry.
On this episode, it's all about beauty and wealth and health. I'm not doing this anymore. I am not going to do this.